When my son became a young scholar, I had no idea what a difference it would make in his life. The program has opened his eyes in so many ways. He has an improved sense of being a member of the community as well as being a part of the world community.
I used to, when I didn't come to Young Scholars, I used to not read. And since I've been coming to Young Scholars, I read every night and I finish my homework. And I've been making really good grades on it.
I used to get C's, D's, and F's on my papers, but now I get A's and B's on them. And it used to seem like classwork was boring, but now Young Scholars showed me how it could be fun if you tried to make it be fun.
They know that someone will be able to help them with their homework if something that they don't get in the class, and say the teacher might not have enough time to fully sit down one-on-one and explain to them and go through each process or each step of whatever they're doing. And they know that in Young Scholars they're going to get that.
Homework used to be very boring, but now it's fun because I can understand it more and I have more people around to help me. And if I need to, I can get in groups with my friends in my classroom and we can do our homework together and we can kind of like do the problems. And if we both have problems, we can go to a teacher and ask them for their help.
I think my mama's proud of me because I'm doing very good and because the teachers have helped me, so I think she's proud of them too.
I didn't have that much help at home because my mom and dad are usually working, and so when I come to Young Scholars, they have a lot of teachers around, so they'll make sure that you can do your homework and get it done correctly.
When I first heard about Young Scholars, I didn't know that it was going to really involve the teachers as much as it did, which I'm glad it does. I thought it would probably, get feedback from the teachers, but I didn't realize that you would actually come into our rooms and follow up, and that I could come to you with problems and I could say, so-and-so's not doing this, I really need this, and that you would work so closely with me. Also, parent contacts. A lot of times when I can't contact the parents, you can contact the parents and get them in for me. And that you take and follow our curriculum so closely. If we went down to second grade, that would just prepare them even more for third grade.
Because it's the year before the EOGs.
Yes, and also if you follow them into middle school, that can't but help, because middle school I know is a transition, especially from fifth graders going to sixth grade. They don't have that nurturing environment, and that would just be one more person that they would help, that they would have to help them.
Okay, let me tell you something about Young Scholars. Before my child started Young Scholars, she was having problems getting to her AR goal. She was having problems doing her homework on her own. She wasn't actually on her level that she needed to be on, and I had to place her back 1 year. And now, since she's going through Young Scholars, she's made all her AR goals. She's done made the AB honor roll twice. The teacher don't have to send little notes home and say, Pam, let Kendra do her own homework. Because me and my husband was helping her. We were basically doing it for her. Feeling bad for her. She does her own homework. She reads her whole book on her own. Her attitude is better. She has a challenge, She knows she's good at something, And she wants to be just like her older sister, who's made straight A's and playing basketball and everything. She's doing real good. I'm proud of her. I really am.
My personal preference is the project-based learning, and as the second year progresses, things are starting to pop up where the kids can make connections with more things in their academic curriculum, with what they're doing in Young Scholars, with the field trips that they take, with the arts experiences that they are able to have. And they're getting experiences that would enable them not to be called educationally deprived to the extent that they were 2 years ago. And I think that has made a key difference in the way they look at school and the way they look at life.
And her self-esteem was really poor. Now it's like she just loves, coming to school, knowing she gets Young Scholars, every day, and she loves the activities. She loves trips, loves all that. And she's made more friends and young scholars than she has her whole year of school.
They do community service, which it's a good thing to be taught, because most kids don't realize that there's people in need.
Right now we're working on the Chicken Hill mosaic. Chicken Hill is a place where we went on our field trip, and it's a bunch of houses and stuff that they're rebuilding. The people that used to work at the cotton mill, if they got fired, then the people burnt their house down because they lived there and the cotton mill owned the place. And then the cotton mill burnt down. And the reason they called it Chicken Hill is because used to they had a bunch of chickens roaming around.
I try to channel all the ESL students I possibly can into the Young Scholars program, because they get help with their homework, and at homework their parents don't speak English, and so they wouldn't be able to help them with their homework. Also, the children need to read every day, and if the parent doesn't speak English, they need help, and so at Young Scholars they get this help. A number of children are making the honor roll, and they're terrific kids, and the teachers can see the change in them. I think that in middle school, a lot of children feel lost when they get to a big school, and if they were in Young Scholars, they could continue in a group where they felt safe and where they knew that they could get help. And the younger ones would also get help at an earlier age, and it helps them at whatever age. Young Scholars is going to help them.
Feathers are something that you have to earn. It's like a privilege, sorta. When you get your feather, you have to keep proving to the teachers that you deserve that feather. And if you don't, then they can take it away.
These are the feathers. White is for honesty, blue is for peacefulness, red is for helpfulness, orange is for participation, green is for learning new things, purple is for respectfulness, black is for perseverance, peacock is being an example. I am working on my yellow feather. Yellow means scholarly. I have been scholarly by when I cleaned out my desk and notebook. I turned in my homework, I turned in my reading log, and I have turned in all my demerits on the next day after I received it. What it means to be a young scholar is to be a disciplined child and to try to be demerit-free and try to always learn your feather. That is what it means to be a young scholar.